Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about the October 7th debate between Kamala Harris and Mike Pence. And I'm going to give you my predictions on who's going to win and what this debate will show us or teach us. All right, and what will be the significance of this debate. All right, so the last debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden was very difficult to watch. Donald Trump was incredibly rude, interrupted a lot. Joe Biden, he basically, everybody was just kind of checking in to see if he could get through a debate. That's not great. Like, if the expectation is like, are you literally going to be able to finish this? Right? That's not a great, that's not a great bar, right? So it was, and it was just an atrocious debate overall. I do think that Donald Trump won the debate, only because he looked like a fighter, where Joe Biden did not look like he was really capable of fighting for anything or anyone. So I think Donald Trump came out of that debate the winner. Now I want to make it. I have to make this clear in every single video. I did not vote for Donald Trump in 2016. I have absolutely no intention of voting for Donald Trump in 2020. I am not a fan of him. So when I say I think he won, it's because I'm just, at this point, to me, I don't think it's really even debatable, right? It's not really debate. Like, you don't really say, oh, is Donald Trump saying the right thing or doing the right thing? That ship has sailed. The question is he being effective? The question I'm answering these days is he being effective moving toward winning this next election? And the reality, so I am only commenting. I'm not commenting on. I've really stopped commenting on the morality or the right or wrong of what Donald Trump is doing. I think that the only thing that's left that to discuss with Donald Trump is the tactics and the strategy. And the reason why, if you're going to debate the morality of Donald Trump, if he's doing the right thing or the wrong thing, you're going to sound like an echo chamber, right? And the media is doing it constantly anyway, right? But the reality is, I don't think anybody's really talking about the effectiveness of Donald Trump with truth, right? What they're doing is they're spouting a lot of polls, and they're really ignoring the idea that, what are these polls worth? Like, the polls told us that Hillary's going to win. Hillary lost, right? And I haven't seen a single media source tell me why anyone should listen to a single one of these polls, right? And so, and I don't, right? So I'm just telling you, looking at the patterns on the ground, looking at the effectiveness of what's being done, I think Donald Trump is going straight toward a win, right? I'm not saying that because I want him to win. I'm saying that because I think that's what's going to happen, and I'm predicting it. And the reason also why I'm saying that is no one is saying it, right? Like, so I don't want people to be shocked and upset when he wins, when it's so clear he's going to win, right? If you're paying attention. All right, all that aside, let's talk about this October 7th Pence-Harris debate. Who's going to win? I think Mike Pence is going to win. The reason why is, one, Mike Pence gets to come out of the shadows and show his Penciness, right? What does Mike Pence sound like? What does he have to say? What does he want to happen? Who knows, right? I haven't seen Pence. I don't even know what Pence sounds like when he talks, right? Like, you never see Pence doing anything, right? So I think there's an air of mystery around Pence, right? The other thing is, Pence has been Pence has been a Robin to Trump's Batman, okay? And I think, people like Batman and Robin. They understand that relationship, right? So Pence has backed Donald Trump, right? And I think people are going to be, okay, here's Pence hype man. Let's hear what he's got to say, right? When Harris comes up, she's got a major problem, right? She destroyed Joe Biden in the debate and really declared him to be an outright villain, right? She was incredibly clear that Joe Biden had absolutely no business being president, right? The things she accused him of, only a rank villain would do, right? And I'm not going to repeat them. It's very easy to find her most devastating comments against Joe Biden. She ran at him hard. She ran at him with two political daggers out, and she just tore him to shreds politically, right? So here, what is Harris to Biden? Right? I don't know. I have no idea, right? I have no idea why Kamala Harris is joining with Joe Biden, right? Because she has said that he has done absolutely terrible things to her personally, right? Not like some removed, but like she's saying that she was personally aggrieved by his direct policies, right? And I think that Harris carries that, right? And people don't really know what she's doing there, right? And so one of the things is she's going to say a whole bunch of things that she said before, right? And that's going to be tough to listen to. She's going to say the Democrat playbook, right? Now, I think I'll say right now, I think Mike Pence is going to say the Republican playbook, right? And so all people are going to see is, oh, here's a person who's pulling the same rope in the same direction as Trump. But when they're looking at Harris, they're going to hear, nobody's going to listen to the words either one of them are going to say, right? They're just going to think about them as political figures, right? And when you think about Kamala Harris, it is troubling, right? Because it's based on what she, printed T-shirts for that she said Joe Biden did. It is hard to understand why anyone would ever support Joe Biden as candidate if you believe the things that Kamala already said. So that is a huge problem, right? She is Joe Biden's worst enemy, right? And it is a powerful statement that that Joe Biden is going to need to get past. It's a serious problem, right? And I think people are going to be troubled in their mind, thinking, why is Harris supporting Biden? Right? So that and so the reality is, I don't think for a minute that any of the words that Pence say or any of the words that Harris say are going to matter in the least, right? It's just going to be party playbook. You can throw them away. But you will be seeing these people in front of you, and you will have to think about what their future is, right? So one, Kamala Harris's relationship with Joe Biden is completely ununderstandable. It doesn't make any sense to anybody who's paid attention to this election why on earth she's backing Joe Biden, right? It just doesn't make any sense in any world, right? So that's going to be a problem for her, and I don't think she's going to be able to. She won't even try to explain it because it's unexplainable, right? You can't admit what the truth is there, right? Is it political? Yeah, almost certainly, but she can't say that. Right? She can't say that at all. And I think people are going to just it's going to be, I think it's going to be a real cog in the gears, right? Or, a real pin being thrown into the gears, right? It's going to grate, right? So, and with Pence, all the problems that you have, he's been a loyal supporter of the person that he's supposed to be supporting. Whereas the relationship between Harris and Biden is incredibly problematic. Here's the next one. I do think this debate is going to have incredible significance because I think America is going to pay very close attention to how these two perform, right? And the reason why is I think they know they are looking at two people who have a high probability of being the next president, right? So Kamala Harris, when they're looking at her, they're not looking at her for 2024. They're looking at her for 2022. Right? I think it's an open secret at this point that if Joe Biden gets in, people are wondering if he's going to be able to finish debates, right? Wondering if he can do an interview where every question hasn't been prepared for him, right? He is just dragging himself through this campaign. The idea that he would finish 4 years in the office just seems outrageous, right? There's just no way he's going to be able to do it. So I think most people understand that what's going to happen with Biden is the same thing that happened with one of the recent popes, and the same thing that's happening with monarchs all over the world. He's just going to quit, right? He's going to quit before his term is finished, right? So basically 3 to 12 months into his term, he'll just step down, right? And he can use any number of reasons. I don't think it'll be a health reason or anything like that. He'll just say, hey, this job isn't for me. Here's the great next, president. Done. Finished. Right? And so I think people are going to be hyper aware that when Kamala Harris is talking, she could be the next president, right? Now, when it comes to Pence, right, same thing. They will be looking at Pence to say, oh, this guy could be president in 2024. And the reason why is in 2024, he will be 65 years old. That is below the age of retirement. And so he will logically be able to run, right? And the reality is, I think the next 4 years, Donald Trump is not stupid, right? Nor is the people who are running his campaigns. They are going to say, Pence, you need to be going to the gym. You need to stay healthy, because the reality is we're going to do 16 years of Trump. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to take incumbency and just hand the incumbency to Mike Pence. He has name recognition. People know who he is, right? And they're saying, okay, 8 more years of Trump, right? And 51% of America, actually, an amount of Americans significant enough to make the Electoral College win Donald Trump the presidency, put him into office. I think he's about to win the election again. I don't want that. That's not what I want. That's what I'm predicting. And then once we have that, once he's in position, once he's finished this 8 years, he's just going to hand the ball right off to Mike Pence. And the reason why is Republicans are wicked smart, right? And frankly, the Democrats aren't, right? The reality is it was a terrible, terrible mistake for Joe Biden not to run 4 years ago. If he's done this well now, right? Think of what he would have done if it had been uninterrupted and Obama was simply passing him the ball, passing him the baton, right? But the fact that there was an interruption has caused incredible chaos, right? And the Republicans aren't going to allow that chaos. They're going to hand the ball right to Mike Pence. And so when you are seeing that debate, you're really going to, what this debate is really going to be looking at is who's going to be the next president, right? That's what people are going to be. That's going to be the significance of this next debate, and they're not going to listen to any of their words, nor should they. It's all going to be party playbook. You've heard every single thing they've said. They're going to say, they're not going to say anything new, right? But are they standing small? Do they sound smart? Does it sound like they're saying the truth? Are they being truthful are they? Is there something where Americans can get excited about them? All those things will be on display. That's my opinion. What do you think will happen in the debate? I'd love to hear what you have to say. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.